All right, let's get into the Wiley's world. You know, we're going to start the show off with Mikey P, who is the head of digital media and social strategy for all things Marcellus Wiley. God, I sound so fresh right now. So Mikey P, come on into the show and join me with Wiley's World Love. And Mikey P, today we talked about social media being horrible. The Van Gundys were chiming in on it. And obviously the big news of Shannon Sharpe leaving Skip Bayless and leaving FS1. But tell me, what's on your heart? What's up with you, big dog?
What's up with you, baby? That dude.
I don't want to hear pep rally. What do you want to say?
I know.
What's up?
So I know what I want to say. All right. So for some reason, I got to ask you this. Jimmy Butler is not being treated as a top-tier player. People are saying that he's not a top 10 player and that they wouldn't build a team around him. So I want to know your feelings on this. I can't even believe this is a question anymore at this point. So what are your thoughts?
All right. Yeah, well, he's not a top 10 player as much as we all adore him. I think he's beloved as a top 10 player because he plays the right way, plays with his heart first, his mind second, and his body third. And I think a lot of times when you talk about the top 10 list, we look at production results, and then we also look at your skill set and capabilities. There are some limits to Jimmy Butler's game and his skill set. Let's be real. He's not a top 10 athlete, we know that. He's not top 10 in terms of production, but when the moment calls for someone to step up and be a leader, oh, he might be the one. And that's what everyone is respecting. So there's a conversation in sports that goes best player and greatest player. It's almost a Tom Brady conversation. Like, Tom Brady is not the best quarterback ever. Everyone knows that, including Tom Brady. But is he the greatest quarterback ever? Yeah, because he got more out of his body using his heart and his brain than any other player and got the results. So Jimmy Butler is in that discussion. Not the top 10 as best, but in terms of greatness and what he can do to others and get everyone else involved in affecting the game, yes, I would say Jimmy Butler has top 10 impact, but not top 10 player in the game. Appreciate you, Mikey P. We're going to come back after because we got some other people, other Wiley World members that I see over there. All right, so let's get in, my man. Who is this in the black hoodie? I want you to introduce yourself to the world, big dog. I know who you are, but I want the world to know who you are. That's my dog right there. Dennis Northcutt, former NFL wide receiver. Dino in the building. What's up, big dog?
What up, big dog? What's happening with you, man? Well, I'm gonna have to screen, man. I'm not on all the screen, man.
Because your ass is small since you retired. You half as big as you were. We need to see all of you, man. What it do? I know you know sports. Now, this is a dude that when I wanted to get my argument stronger, I would go and talk to Dino. And Dino like, man, this is how it went. And Dino's the hardest working dude. We used to work out when I played. I'm coming down the hill. He's still at the top of his hill. He wearing me out every single day on the workouts and also in the conversation. So what's on your chest right now, big dog? Is it the Shannon breakup? Is it social media or the NBA finals? Talk to me.
Man, it's some of everything, man. You know, I sit back and I watch it all, man. I'm not, involved in all this right now, but I sit back and watch it all, man. Shannon Sharpe, who did not see that coming? Everybody seen that coming. I mean, look.
Why?
Look, you done broke up with a whole lot of people.
Tell me why.
Well, we've seen it from the get-go. It's a cultural difference. It's a cultural difference. That wasn't going to work. It's a big cultural difference. They had different views, different ways they wanted to do things. And so I felt like it was a good show because you had different views. And a lot of times that's what we like is different views. But the individuals themselves couldn't handle each other. People loved it and it worked for TV, but the individuals themselves couldn't handle each other. They didn't like each other. So what happens when you don't like each other? One of us got to go. Shannon Sharpe is out of there.
Yeah.
So he's out.
It does feel like they were good teammates, but not good friends. And so they put on a good show and good production. And everyone used to always ask me, like, how are they? I was like, dog, the real is I hear they don't even mess with each other outside the building, right? Now, I never went to either one of them individually to ask that because frankly, I just like the product. I was like, yo, it comes out right. I don't care how this hot dog and the sausage was made, right? But now you've been a part of teams, and you know that dynamic to have a teammate that you really don't like, but you still got a ball with. You think they could have continued this, or why did all of a sudden Shannon Sharpe, in the middle of a contract, say enough is enough? Basically, Vontae Davis at halftime of a contract, I'm done playing ball with you, Skip Bayless.
Well, what happened? We always know how this goes. It's egos. Egos involved, and whenever you have money. When person start making a lot of money, he start changing the way how he feel about things. Ja Morant, how you start acting, how you change. If you don't have a lot of money and you desperate, you like, I work with anybody. I don't care if he hate me or if I hate him or not. But when you start making a lot of money, you secure, you sit back like, I don't got to work with you. Somebody else will pay me this money because I already improved myself and my value. I don't like you. But what we do, we sit on the outside like you just said and said, man, I like it though. But we don't see what's really going on. So when you have egos involved, people start changing mindsets, start changing. You get to dictate what you do with your life and how you want it to be done. And that's all we see here. So Shannon Sharpe is out.
Yeah, it was a flex. Like, it's funny. It's just like when we play ball. When you're a rookie, you just left college and you were the man. And day one of training camp as a rookie, you can do whatever. You got to carry the homies' helmets. You out there saying, okay, you want donuts and chicken? What you want to do? By year 4, when you up for your contract and you about to get mega paid, you looking at them other vets and everybody else like, y'all better kiss these rings. Y'all better recognize. Y'all better bow down to this greatness. And I think that Shannon walked in there so thankful for the opportunity from Skip and just was tiptoeing for a while, then started to flex and then started to feel himself. It's like, yo, Skip, when you gonna respect that I am where you are, if not surpassing you? And Skip never budged, never would kiss those rings. What else is on your chest, man?
Big dog, I'm looking at the finals, man. I heard y'all just talking about Jimmy Butler, man. I like Jimmy Butler. I think it's the same as, I think, like for a lot of receivers or a lot of good players in any sport. They feel like they are superstars too, or they can make a lot of great players, but you're not the greatest, to do it. And a lot of it has to do with athletic ability. What have you done? Resume. You want to shut some miles. You want to prove yourself. Go out and win this championship and watch and see what happens. Go win this championship with that team and watch and see how they talk about you. It's earned, not given. So you want to shut up all the naysayers? Go earn it, or they go keep talking.
I love that. Because, all rings aren't created equal. I mean, I think they are, but I've learned from the sports public at large, the perception is all rings aren't created equal. That Detroit Pistons ring, when they had Chauncey Billups out there, they look at that a whole lot different than LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh over there trying to get their ring. The Dallas Mavericks ring, when they got theirs, people looking at that a lot different. So I look at this situation where Jimmy Butler, man, the greatest thing about him is that he will always be greater than any excuse you give him. Not enough talent around him. Oh, he has his own limits in his skill set. And you were that type of player as well, where no matter what you were given, and you were hella fast, but you were small, you never used that as the excuse or the reason you couldn't be out there and ball out. And that's what I love about Jimmy Butler, and it's contagious. Because when you see other guys like a Tyler Hero, even though he's hurt, or you see the other guys on the court who have tremendous talent, and he like, dog, if I'm doing all this and I'm Jimmy Butler, y'all better get y'all game up and recognize that this is what is expected, and that's how you really build culture.
Hey, Marcellus, tell these people what I'm really doing over here. So I'm over here rehabbing a quad that I put for me and Marcellus racing last week.
Yes. I'm gonna let Dino go on that one. We race everywhere we go. We've been racing for 20 plus years. Nightclubs, after the bar, places we shouldn't have been that I ain't gonna bring up right now. Out the country, Trinidad, Brazil, no matter where we go, we race. And he always gives me a head start. Like if we run in a 40, he'll give me 20. But the goal is to catch me before I get to the finish line. And the funniest thing is, a week or so ago, we were at SoFi Stadium, and we just saw the turf. And then that football player and us just start waking up again. And then we raced one more time. Now, he smoked me, but he also smoked his quad because he can't walk right now. And I was like, dog, you didn't need all that gas to beat me in that race, man. So that's my dog, Dennis Northcutt, man. Much love, and you got to keep coming back on the show. That's all I need from you. Deal?
I'm back, man. Whenever you need me, I'm back. Thanks for having me on.
All right, my dog, my dog. And man, that dude, Dino, y'all don't understand how cool we are. And I got one more, man. We got another Wiley's World member in here named Kwasi.
Hey, what's up, Sam?
Oh, we got. I'm doing great. I see the artwork in the back. You're getting better. I see you.
Practice makes perfect, baby.
Oh, I love it, man. What's on your chest, brother? What
Hey,
you want to
man.
talk through?
Well, I wanted to call in and say what's up, man. Much love to you. Love what you're doing over here on the product. You know, we need this platform. We need your voice. Grateful that you're out here doing your thing, man. Never surrender, never retreat. Love what you do, bro.
Oh, I love it. Never shut up, damn it. That's right, Kwasi. And Kwasi can golf. He's bigger. His brain is bigger than me in 275. He's gigantic with the cell membranes up top. But I know you broke down some sports, and I just scared to ask, what do you want to talk about? Because I might not be able to keep up. What you got, Kwasi?
Well, I know you're an international expert, so I want to dive into some real money. Overseas, we all know the biggest sport on the planet is soccer or football, as the rest of the planet talks about it. And a big star recently just had a very, very, I'll say, dramatic ending to his season. Ronaldo, he took the bag, went to go play in Saudi with the Saudi money, which we all talk about a lot, and he didn't have the end of the season that he was looking for. Now, when players end up going to take the bag and they are perceived as doing things for reasons why average fans might not like what they're doing, they get heavily criticized. But when we in the private sector as regular employees just go take the bag, the criticism is different. Now I'm wondering what your take is on this, because he had this unfortunate end to his season. He took the bag and now all this criticism is around, you know, is he as good as he used to be, and has he washed up? That 250 mil is a lot of money, though. That's a lot of loot.
Oh man! Now I knew this question was gonna be next level because Kwasi was asking it. Yes, what a question right here. I think the first thing we all have to admit, even Ronaldo, is your better days are behind you. Like, it's Ronaldo, was he 37, 38? So let's just have the smart starting point. The best of Ronaldo is behind him, okay? Now, from that starting point, you start to see the decline. And everyone wants to label the decline, especially when you get the bag from Saudi Arabia. They're like, was that coincidental? Or was there causation? Like, basically, did you get the money and tap out on us and then just basically say, I'm going to go over there and play at any level, who cares, because I'm not playing against the Premier League guys. I'm not playing against the creme de la creme, and then I could just mail it in and get paid. All right. I don't have that answer. No one has that answer. Here's the answer we do have, though, that when you get the bag, as it's supposed to do, it pays and buys away a lot of your problems, which includes criticism, which includes a place where you already have some issues, and he had his issues the last couple years especially, and he's just like, dog, I don't care about your issues. I am not disgruntled because I have something to look forward to, where you're looking at it like you're going to be missing something. The fanfare, the box office. I am Ronaldo. No goal scored, and I still sell out this stadium in the middle of the night in my sleep. So now they're looking at it like, wow, a deficit, a loss. Where he's looking at it like, I'm still commanding top dollar just because of all that I've contributed to the sport. No one was mad at Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, when he got his big deal at the end that he didn't necessarily deserve because he wasn't going to be able to pay it forward. And Ronaldo's not going to be able to pay this forward as well. But does he deserve it? Hell yeah, because they don't give it to anybody unless you've already earned it. So I think it's a smart play from both sides, Saudi Arabia and Ronaldo. What you feel?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of criticism that comes in a lot of different ways about the color of the money and who decides where the money came from and what's good money and what's bad money. I think that the situation with Ronaldo, however, particularly, he as a world-class athlete is in a very difficult situation because he's an elite air that nobody really understands until you're, at that level. He knows where he is as far as his talent level goes. He knows where he can continue to perform and whether or not his body's going to allow him to perform at that level in the next couple of years to get that bag, whether it's meritorious of what he got or not. Only time.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, Kwasi, coming on. You know you got to come on again. Courtney, tell me if all of them could be on the screen at once, or am I just going to blow up the system right now? Because I want to bring them all on. Yeah, let's see that. But you know what's funny, Kwasi? Let me say it this way. Athletes are the first to recognize their decline and the last to admit it. Like, dog, ain't no way you ever just been out there and did something you've been doing since you were 7 years old and didn't understand that, oh, God, I ain't got it now. But I ain't about to tell nobody. I ain't about to accept it. I ain't going to internalize it. And that's where I think we are. And that's why so many athletes now are thinking about the transition to the private sector, the real world, sooner than ever, because you don't want to get caught off guard with that. The money's so big, not only in sports, but also in the real world experience, that you can make a seamless transition now by building your game up, your brand up, and then even at the end, you get a Ronaldo Kobe deal. And then the real world will pay you Tom Brady money to just come talk about the game you just played. So putting it all together, I think it's a bow and ribbon effect. My last thing is I just want to play a little quick game. I'm making this up on the fly, but it's going to be hilarious. I want to know who's better, okay? And both of you guys stay unmuted. I'm going to start with you, Dino. Who is better at their gig, Skip Bayless or Shannon Sharpe?
Shannon Sharp. I'm going to say Shannon Sharp because he's the new face. He's the new face. So people love the new face. He's new. He came on. He sparked it. Now, Skip Bayless is something he's been doing. This is his career. He going to say, I'm the Michael Jordan of this. I'm the Magic Johnson of this. I've been doing this forever. But I would say Shannon Sharp because he's new. He's the new face of the league. So why not?
I think if you want to
Kwasi, get him, Kwasi.
Sure, go ahead. Go that route with Shannon. Skip, you don't have to like his product, but the man is professional. He knows his craft. He knows how to deliver the research, the preparation. Tactically, Skip is a way better professional.
Woo! Let me see. This is a tough one, man. I think that Skip, for me, is the foundation you can build so many things on. Great shows, other great co-hosts. Stephen A. Smith comes to mind, right? Shannon Sharpe, obviously. And anybody who's worked with Skip, including myself, you just glow when you're with Skip Bayless because you know he's going to be reliable and responsible, professional, as you said. And he's going to amplify whatever you want. The one thing about Skip Bayless people don't understand is that before he gets on the show with you, he wants to know where you're going, and he wants to give you that assist. He wants to throw the alley-oops to you. He's the nicest dude in the world. But when the camera's on, I'm going for the neck. And that's what people see, but that's not the full dynamic. Now, my other one is this. We talked about social media earlier in the show. Social media, all in all, you got to pick a side. Good or bad? Start with you, Kwasi.
Oh, wow. It's a Pandora's box. I think a lot of these things are what you make of it, man. There's a lot of political conversation we can have about a bunch of different things taking different directions. I think on the whole of the product by itself, as it's intended, it's not a negative thing. You have bad people doing bad things with good products.
Dino, tough. Well said.
Well, I like to believe that you have to adapt to anything that's new, anything that our world adapt to. You have to adapt to it. So you, like Kwasi just said, you have good and bad with anything. So right. I'm with the social media. I'm with it. You just got to adapt to it. It haven't hurt me. Maybe I'm not in the limelight like that no more. But at the same time, I would have adapted to it knowing my surroundings and what's going on with social media. So I'm with it. It is what it is.
All right. I am with whoever said What Kwasi said. No, let's stop. Kwasi, you nailed it, man. Look, all in all, it's a good thing, man. Like, dog, you imagine how we grew up versus, like, I wanted to just say something to the homie around the corner. I literally had to leave my house and get over there and then hope and pray he was home. Like, it's a whole different animal now. I'm just sitting there in the crib chilling. I'm just eating Cheetos, one hand, the other hand, back. He like, yep, let's do it. And I'm like, what? And imagine that's just around the corner. It could be the homie in India. Like, dog, I'm coming through next week. You there? Yep. I'm like, what the hell is this? Now, all the knuckleheads and all the polarizing conversation, that's just us leaving the neighborhood, knowing how to navigate around the bullies, the gangsters, the drug dealers, the crazy heads. You know, like, that's everywhere in this world, negativity. But all in all, I'm a huge fan of social media, and I'm a huge fan of Wiley's World. Dennis, Northcutt, my dog, Dino, and Kwasi. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to let you go so Mikey P can have the last word. He can come in here with his pom-poms and and break this thing on down with your boy. Look at these graphics and stuff. Look at that. Why we over here? So appreciate y'all. And Mikey P, let me see your beautiful face one more time. Oh, man. In summation, brother, I want to hear real fast. You got a minute. Let's hear it. Skip or Shannon, social media, good or bad? Go, Mikey P.
Oh, man. All right. Give me Skip for the reasons you said. I actually really was vibing with that. He's a pro's pro. So, but I do like Shannon a lot. I really do. Social media, it's you know, you live and die with it, I guess. It is what it is. It's the times. You got to adjust. You got to make the best of it and minimize the negativity of it. So that's my take.
That's love, big dog. Yep, got to make the most of it. We're going to make the most of this show. Appreciate you, Mikey P. And I appreciate all you Wiley World members out there. Dog, just the beginning. We're going to be chopping up wood over here. This is going to be my favorite part of the show. Like, I'm going to get through the first topics, and y'all be like, oh, I love it, Wiley, how you broke that down. I'm like, but I love y'all more for the way that we can break it down together. So we're going to just reinvent social media. This is social media, actually, you know, YouTube and Brinks TV, Reese TV in loose form. So now let's just build it the way we want to, right? At our house, this is the music we listen to. This is the drink we drank. And this is how we party.